let them know who they are. And
alrighty, guys. Not a problem. So we're spectating 9 and 10 once the GOAT lefty gets out of the way here. On the left lane right now, we got Scott Matthews, last year's Rookie of the Year when it comes to the PBA Regional Tour. Bowling against, I'm told his name is Jason McKelvey. They're bowling 2 balls practice right now. 2 balls on each lane. So Scott's going to write off that ball that went high right there, and we're going to see what happens for the rest of it. Looks like Jason sent down a Motive spare ball and something black, but I can't really tell what it is. Maybe that's not a Motive spare ball. Looks like I got a viewer. 2 viewers. Oh, wow. All right. Let's have a real good conversation here today, guys. Post who's here in the comments, and we'll have a real nice conversation. We got Jason McKelvey on the left lane. That honestly looked like a Motive sniper going down the lane. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. Who knows? We got Scott Matthews up on the left lane right now, doing 2 practice shots on each lane. I did not like that from Scott Matthews. That hooked way too quick down lane. But yeah, so we got single game elimination, 2 balls on each lane practice, and I believe Brian is going to reset the stream after each game. So as of right now, Scott Matthews is up on the right lane. I believe he has the purple hammer in his hand again, because that double cross did not look good. And I believe Jason still has the Motive sniper in his hand. Yeah, that shape looked significantly better for Scott. Obviously, it didn't strike, but in my opinion, that shape looks way better. God, I don't know what ball that is. Jason, what ball are you throwing? Gotcha. All right. So that is a Motive Recon, not a sniper. Not what I originally thought it was, because that ball reaction does not match the sniper line whatsoever. There we go. I think Scott might have found a line right there. As you hear a foul from a couple lanes right of us. So Jason has 1 more shot on the right lane right here. I don't really know Jason all that well. Scott is a good friend of mine, but you can't play favorites in the commentating world. And as of right now, I don't even know who I would give the edge to. After watching that shot, I'd probably give it to Scott Matthews, just because his reaction is going to get to the pocket more frequently. But when Jason gets to the pocket, it's probably going to carry more. Thank you. All right, so this is the first shot of competition. Scott Matthews has chosen to, actually Jason has chosen Scott to start on the right lane, or on the left lane. Wow, I'm bad at commentating apparently. Hook. Alrighty, so we got Scott Matthews starting out with a strike. Sorry, I said you're not allowed to play favorites in commentating, but I am going to end up playing favorites at some point anyways. We got Jason up on the right lane, still throwing the Motive Recon, which I am a big Motive guy, but it just seems like if he misses right, it's not going to hook. And if he misses left, it's going to overhook. That's pretty good. All right. So if he does hit his mark, he does have pretty good ball reaction, and it seems like he has a better room down there. So she just brought me the list down here. And it looks like we actually have on this pair the 4 seed versus the 5 seed. Jason McKelvey shot 785 through 4 games, and Scott Matthews shot 774 through 4 games. And again, this is still single game elimination, so it's anybody's match. It looks like Jason has the high game the last game. Scott's high game was 228 to Jason's high game of 232. As we watch Jason leave a 4.79. Not ideal. Let's see if he can pull something crazy out here and shoot it. Because why not? You're on the live stream. Might as well make it interesting. Come on. Do it. Do it. Close. Too much. Which will tend to happen on the 36-foot corn dog pattern. I remember that it's 36 feet, roughly 27 mils. I want to say that it's like a 2.2 to 1, but I'm not entirely sure on that. Let me know in chat if you guys can hear me all right. As Scott Matthews needs to hook. Not ideal as he leaves the 1, 2, 6, 8, 10. I feel like he's got a pretty decent chance at shooting this today. He missed a couple simple makeables to put himself down to 5th, but I feel like he's got a pretty good chance at shooting this one. Hook a little bit. Look at that. I called that one clear as day. So currently we have Scott Matthews at strike 5 spare to Jason's strike 7-1. As Scott gets up here on the left lane, you can see Derek Norman throwing a strike in the background over there on 6. Looks a little better. There we go. So strike 5 spare strike to strike 7-1. Now, I did bowl this tournament. My thumb was not 100% healed, and I probably shouldn't have bowled it, but I did. So for me, I started down on 15 and 16, and I bowled 3 games. So I finished on 7 and 8. And I will say that the low end of this house, for me, hooked significantly less than the high end of the house. So I'm not really sure where these guys bowled at, but I know that making the jump from the high end back to down here does not feel good. And topography in this house definitely plays a factor. As we watch Jason leave a Swisher 7. I feel like he should be able to clean this up probably 97% of the time. He might miss it 3 times out of 100-ish. I'm really hoping he makes it after I said he's only going to miss it 3 times out of 100. But you never know. Looks like he covered it up. And just like that, we are sitting at 40 in the second to 26 in the second. Scott Matthews up. I'm really slow at math, so you're not going to get a total pinfall. I know Scott Matthews has 280, but I don't know what Jason has max. Strike 7-1, 9 spare. If the voice quality sounds okay, guys, drop it in the chat. I don't know if I can actually see it on Brian's phone or not, but I hope I can. If it sounds okay, add a comment or something. Put something in the chat. That looks pretty good. Wow. And it never reads for a 2-8-10. I kind of thought that shot looked better than that. As Scott Matthews is up here, not even facing the lane, just focused in on what he's doing by himself. Having a conversation with Roger Ledford. Thanks, Jason. Got 2. Alrighty, so we're looking at strike 7-1, 9 spare, 7-2. Looks like Scott has a pretty commanding lead in this one. Which, like I said, this is righty on righty action, but the right side, for me at least, did not look good all day. I could get lined up on one lane, but I could never get both lanes at the same time. It's got a hook. There we go. Scott Matthews, like this true tiger that he is, stepping on the throat of his opponent while he's down. We got strike 5 spare double to strike 7-1, 9 spare, 7-2. Scott Matthews is throwing the purple hammer. I'm not entirely sure what his layout is on this, but I saw it earlier, and granted, he's two-handed, no thumb. His pin was significantly right of his ring finger and about 3/4 of an inch below his ring finger. Gets a decent break there to get 8 out of that shot. I appreciate it, Tony, but the beard let me down today. I've been trying to grow it out over the past couple weeks, but as much effort as I've spent growing out my beard, I haven't let my thumb heal, and it's been kind of a handicap as Scott Matthews shoots that spare. So he's still clean through 5 compared to a strike, a 9 spare, and 2 opens through 4. See, I was hoping that I had Justin on the starting pair because I was going to make a whole bunch of jokes that the left was walled today, which the topography on the left is significantly better in this house than the topography on the right, but I still don't think that I can say the topography is walled. Because Scott Matthews won the jackpot game 1 with a 205. So it's not like this shot is easy by any means. But at the same time, I feel like the topography, once it burns in a touch, tends to help out the left more than the right. Because on the right side of the lane, I didn't have the 2 lanes the same. I didn't have how do I say this? Not only were the lanes themselves different on the same pair, but then you go to the next pair and they're not even close to the same. Like from game 1 to game 2, I moved 6 boards left in a matter of 2 frames. And then I jumped from 19 and 20 down to 7 and 8, and I have to move all 6 boards back to the right, which maybe just 19 and 20 hooked more, but I don't know. The topography in this place does not feel okay as I watch Justin rip one off probably 4 down lane on 18, which is obviously not on the stream for you guys, but I'll kind of give you guys an update as we're going down around here. I'm not sure who everybody is. Justin is bowling Jason Cook down on 17 and 18. I can't quite see the scores, but I believe Justin is up on the left lane. And from here, it looks like he's clean through about 7. And I can see Jason has at least 1 open because he has a split. Looks like he shot 8-1 in the 3rd. And then on the pair directly right of this one, over on 13 and 14, we have Nicholas Schauberg against the 7 seed Phil Zocharski. Phil, I'm really sorry if I butchered that and you're watching this later, but I hope I didn't butcher your name. But as of right now, we have Nick Schauberg at strike 7-2, strike 7 spare, strike 8 spare against strike 9 spare. All right, we're just going to do the totals. So we got Nick at 88 in the 5th compared to 117 in the 5th, but Phil also opened in the 6th, and Nick is clean in the 6th. So that's a pretty close match, to be honest. On our pair, you guys can see that. Scott pretty much locks it up with that strike. Like, Scott's still clean through 6, and Jason has 3 opens through 6 first.
By the way, we're going to have one semifinal. This is Brian. We're going to have one semifinal and the finals also, but they're going to be new streams. So when this match is done, we'll close this stream and start new ones. What's that?
Is Nick allowed to get in pots if he's a youth?
He is allowed, but we don't let our youth bowlers get in, but they can get in. They still got to put it in smart. So they can get in pots and brackets. So up to a certain amount, I think. But yeah, we'll have new streams. So after this one closes, just refresh our YouTube page, and the new live stream will be up for the next round. Thanks, guys. Here's Cameron.
Thank you. Alrighty, welcome back, guys. I didn't know the answer to that question, Tony. Down left of our current stream, it actually looks pretty close. Down there we have Derek Norman, your tournament leader for the day, at 889 through 4 against Darren Crane at 744 through 4 games. And to be honest, Derek Norman looks like he is on a roll. I believe he's on 5 in a row going into the 10th against Derek Norman. Derek Norman has 5 in a row going into the 10th. And Darren Crane has Turkey 9 spare going into the 10th. I'm not entirely sure what the score actually is down there, just because both players have a split in about the 4th frame. I can't quite see what is going on before that. But that looks like a fairly close match. So if this one is mathematically wrapped up early, I might try to take you guys down there real quick. But Derek Norman strikes in the 10th, and I'm pretty sure that wraps up Derek Norman making it. As we watch Phil Zakarski throw a strike in the 8th frame, I believe. So he doubles in the 7th and the 8th after strike 9 spare Turkey, 8-1 on a makeable double. against Nicholas Schauberg, who shot .844 in qualifying. Well, Jason, you see, when you don't let your thumb properly heal after tearing it apart on Memorial Day, because I've just been kind of grinding my way through these tournaments since then, I shot 131 game one and was completely lost, throwing a combination of urethane and more urethane, and I tried a little bit of reactive at the end. I thought I had something figured out, but that shot you just saw from Scott Matthews was my ball reaction all day. I shot 172. Anthony, it is the MSVS corn dog pattern, 36 feet, 27 mils. I believe it's like 2.2 to 1. It might be less than that, but it's a fairly flat pattern, 27 mils, 36 feet. But I went, out of the 3 games I bowled, I went 131, 172 with 3 missed make-holes, 133 where my thumb was literally bleeding so bad that I couldn't get it out of the ball. So it wasn't great for me. Towards the end, I saw the pattern the way I needed to, but I couldn't quite get my ball to do the right things, I guess, and I couldn't quite get my thumb out of the ball at the proper speed for my release. So I felt like I bowled good comparatively, but at the same time, I feel like I could have done better if my thumb was back to 100%. But at this point, I'm going to take 3 to 4 weeks off, maybe longer if I need it. But I'm going to take as much time as I need to let my thumb fully heal. All right. Just a quick score update on the actual live stream pair. Scott Matthews has 141 in the 8th, going on the 9 count that you currently see, compared to Jason, who has 76 in the 6th, going on a double into the 9th. So Scott makes that spare. He's at 151, 61, 71, 81, 91. Scott can max out at 191. Jason has 76 in the 6th, so 86, 96, 206. All right, 86, 96, 106, 16, 26, 36, 46, 56, 66, 76, 86, 96. So if Jason strikes out right here, he can actually shut out Matthews by 5 pins. But he needs all 4 of them right here. So he's up in the 9th frame right now with a max of 196. Needs this one and the next 2, and then 6 on the fill to shut out Scott Matthews. Right. And he got the mixer. He got the mixer to fall. Can he throw all 3 in the 10th to shut out Matthews? It's definitely a smart move when your biggest thumb is already in the ball and the blood coming off your thumb is still making it stick. Which I'm not even trying to sound like a badass, but tape tends to collect blood quite a bit. And it makes it really hard to let go of the ball. Alrighty, big shot here. That looks a little right. Gets lucky to trip out the 2-pin. Just a 10-pin for Jason. Jason McKelvey. Let's see what he finishes out at. He's got 135 in the 8th right now with strike in the 9th, 9 in the 10th. If he misses the spare, he pretty much hands the match to Scott Matthews. If he misses this 10 pin, Scott pretty much needs good count in the 10th, and that's about it. Makes the spare, he can force Scott to, I believe, strike. Makes the spare and strikes. I believe Scott needs a strike to match him. That looks left. He whiffed the spare. Scott Matthews just needs good count here. 163. Scott Matthews has 151 off the spare going into the 10. So he still needs a mark. No, he doesn't. 151. If he gets 5, that puts him at 161. So he needs 7. 7 on the first shot on the 10th, and Scott Matthews wins. That's good. Oh, shit. I hope my math was right. 158 plus 7. I think he needs 1 pin. I think he needs to shoot the 2-8 right here. He's got 158 in the 9th with 7. So we're talking at 165. Yeah, no, he's got it. He's already at 165. He doesn't need any pins. It's a real good thing he doesn't need any pins. We have 163 to 165. Scott Matthews over Jason McKelvey. And I believe we are resetting for the semifinal match. So Derek Norman won the first match. The number 1 seed holds out for match play. Justin, did you win? No. Justin Knowles lost to Jason Cook. Nick Schauberg lost to Phil Zakarski. So we have Derek Norman and Scott Matthews as a match. And then we have Phil Zakarski against Jason Cook for the other match. Not entirely sure who is going to be on the next live stream that I'm commentating. We have Derek Norman against Scott Matthews on 7 and 8, and that's going to be the next match. So make sure to update your browser, and we will be on the next match shortly. Thank you.